first one is called The Blueprint, and it's, I guess, an elegy to Gwendolyn Brooks, the poet. I sit with Gwendolyn, we shuck ripe green peas over large rusty cylinders, over bent ashy knees. Deep in red clay, she smacks my hand. Stop fidgeting, child, focus. She says the names don't matter, the tastes, the planes, the lessons are the same. Distraction costs lives, spends time, fill the bucket. Snap and stop for the sap of green. Snap and feel the round rise under your forefinger. Snap and stop looking down. Peas aren't all seeds. Let the red ground eat. Reyes. On still Saturdays, I disappear into a plush brown love seat and father's mother's faded beige living room. We watch white, dead-eyed slashers expose eager, glistening bodies. Jason, Freddie, and Michael, mass stowaways I understood to be, birthed beneath the red Atlantic, explaining gore and the many doors of no return to a child prying for a way back home. We were one. We were mestizo red, my yellow grandmother and me. The machete sugarcane bled, red on the island, dark and Hebrew Salinas poor. Red was the language we spoke, fertile in storied humility. The good red on the mainland, the mixed and othered and ancient and othered, rich got some Indian in me, reigning red, whose scorn I didn't know then. The why is your last name Reyes? Is your husband Spanish? This. Then we only had the scriptin anodyne red leaking out of the screen. Whack-a-mole. The queen, your queen to be, queen bee, be formica and wallpaper, beige and benign, be behind glass, be frontline, be bold, be cold canary, be cloaked, be coated, be afloat, be drowning, be drowned out, be background. In the weeds. Decades I'd wish I'd slept through entirely. Bowed black dahlia in lily fields, all white noise and patience, asked, a promise. Bloom days to pull out, play, at best, honey lacquered hours I slept through entirely. And this last poem is super long and it's a doozy. It's called The Body. You keep reading about this woman you don't know. Maybe you knew back in J school. It was J school, so really details you should remember. This woman disappeared. People, some you know, are memorializing and celebrating her work. They say she was smart, fearless, always smiling. Divers found her head today, and suddenly you realize you didn't know it was missing, you didn't know what happened. You scrolled but stopped to read a funny post about Project Runway. Thought about Heidi Klum, how her nickname was The Body. You always thought that was weird. Heidi Klum sold makeup too, which required a face, or at very least a smile to attach to a body. Tim Gunn is your hero. The name of the woman you don't know is Kim, was Kim. You should have remembered another Kim in your cohort, but she's not familiar. Not even when you see her headshot in the email for the memorial at your school. There have been a few. She was maybe your age, but strawberry blonde when she took the photo. And maybe there was a fan in the room, or she just turned her head for the flash at exactly the right time, which is hard to do. Because she was engulfed by strands of orbiting amber flames crystallized aglow. You remember Madonna's hair floated the same way in the Live to Tell video. There was a Project Runway contestant, Stella, who pronounced leather without the R, which you didn't pick up at first because you're from New York. But then you saw how it was funny, how it became a joke, how people can be funny without even trying. If being funny just means people are laughing at you. You'd watch Project Runway in bed with this band with blue and red snake tattoos, who also secretly loved Tim Gunn and Stella. He had a thick Boston accent that tickled as you both slowly coo leather back at the screen. Once, through vodka breath, he told you the only reason you were in his bed, your body. He could take or leave your smile. Snakeskin is leather. It turns out turning out cattle isn't the only way. Could be any hide. Snakeskin can be expensive, tends to cost more when there's an ornamental head attached to the skin of what used to be a complete body. It took probably a month, or maybe more than months, from what you could tell, from what people you vaguely knew were saying, through curated clicks, round yellow faces, a single tear. More than a month to figure out if it was an accident. You were just skimming, supposed maybe she fell off the boat. For a while you thought it could have been negligence. She could have been drinking, partying, smiling on the boat when something bad happened. No one's fault. Make it work is what Tim Gunn would snap at contestants and why he's your hero. Honestly, people try. Turns out Kim was, reporting about a man on his boat, the way you learned in J school, studying a man in his natural habitat. One of the news stories you finally ingested said this man had mad fantasies about women's heads, mutilated torsos, burnt bodies. Kim was probably killed by this man she probably didn't know before she got on a submarine, a sub, not the dreamboat you had envisioned. And you don't know what happened. You scrolled, but didn't know the story at all. Thank you.